What does Canada's national sport and America's first sport have in common? Lacrosse. Lacrosse has spread from Montreal area to become one of the fastest growing sports in the world, with more than 500,000 players as communicated by the Game of Lacrosse in 2018. I have played lacrosse in middle and high school with the winter teams and summer traveling teams for 10 years. Lacrosse has been around in the U.S. since the 1400s and is becoming one of the world's most popular sport. Today I'll explain to you about the history of lacrosse and briefly go over the positions played and the equipment that is used by the players. First, let me tell you a little bit about their history. The Native American tribe known as the Iroquois created lacrosse around the 1400s as indicated by the Game of Lacrosse in 2018. It was originally known as stickball. Heyman in 2017 writes that the native people played lacrosse to honor the creator. They called it the creator's game. Lacrosse was deeply rooted in the religious aspect of their lives. It was not just a game to them. They played to help their spiritual development, their healing process, to settle disputes and prepare for war. Venom in 2016 stated that in 1637 French Jesuit missionaries were the first Europeans to see lacrosse played by the Native Americans in America. They saw hundreds of Native men playing a ball game with sticks. They thought the stick resembled a bishop's crozier, so they called the game lacrosse. French word means the stick. In 1834, lacrosse began to develop in Montreal, Canada, according to Heyman in 2017. Clayton in 2018 stated that by 1860, lacrosse had become Canada's national sport, and in 1867, exhibition games were played in England. The Game of Lacrosse in 2018 mentioned that New York University established the country's first college team in 1877, followed by the first high school teams in 1822, all on the East Coast. Lacrosse continued to grow in America during the 1900s, and today the game is played by over 500 universities and colleges and over 1,400 high schools nationwide, according to Athletic Shop in 2018. Venom in 2016 revealed that 1997, the Lacrosse Hall of Fame was founded in Bethesda, Maryland. The game today is no longer just popular in eastern U.S. and Canada. It is growing in popularity from coast to coast, nationally and internationally. Now that you understand a little about the history of lacrosse, let's briefly look at the players' positions. When the Native Americans played, there was no limit to the number of men on the field. Today, 2 teams compete with 10 players on the field, as pointed out by lacrosse positions in 2016. Native people did not have appointed positions. Today there are 4 main lacrosse positions per team. 1 goalie, 3 defensemen, 3 attackmen, and 3 midfielders, also known as middies. That is the position I played for 10 years. Now that I've told you about the players' positions, I will touch on equipment a little. Native Americans did not wear any protective gear as noted by the player equipment in 2016. Early lacrosse balls did not look anything like the rubberized balls today. They were made of wood or deerskin stuffed with hair. The helmet originally made of leather, but leather did not do anything to protect the head. Today, a plastic material is used to help prevent from concussions. The original lacrosse sticks were shaped like giant wooden spoons. Today, they are made of aluminum and plastic. Today, the goalie stick is 30 inches long. Now that you know the origins of lacrosse, you can tell people that hockey is not Canada's national sport, and that basketball is not America's first sport. As you can see, lacrosse has been around the U.S. since the 1400s and is becoming one of the world's most popular sports. I have informed you about the history of lacrosse, about the different positions played, and the equipment used by lacrosse players. I have explained that Canada's national sport and America's first sport was lacrosse. Lacrosse has spread from the Montreal area to become one of the fastest growing sport in the world, with more than 500,000 players. Now that you have been informed about the America's history, about the first sport, you can show your paycheck due by supporting the game.